So how hard was it for y'all to like keep your grades up while playing sports in college?
So I think it just comes down to being extremely focused in how you structure your day and not procrastinating anything because if you fall behind with sports and things like that, there's no way to really make it up. But if you kind of approach, academics the way you approach sports and just, when I was in class, I was in class, I wasn't thinking about anything else, you'll be all right.
I mean, you don't do the work in high school, you won't do the work in college. So it's all about how you prepare yourself and the discipline you have. Discipline, the way I think of discipline is being disciplined is doing what you hate to do, but doing it because you love to do it.
My question is, what are you guys doing to prep for the season during quarantine when you can't really go out and do too much?
I feel like I'm back in high school. I'm finding any little piece of grass outside that I can work out on. Everything's just so limited now, but I've been running a lot of miles every day. I got my Apple Watch. I start my little workout goal. I just go outside, start running. But, I'm trying to lift it to the little that I can because I feel like this season will go more at speed on the field than in strength because everything just closed down. So not too many people are lifting as much as they would normally.
Same thing. I mean, it's literally anything. Like I said, so I have a 6-month-old puppy. So every day we go out, we go running together. And like literally, like I play in the yard with him to tire myself out. Like I'll give him a toy and chase him and just try to like find anything you can do to keep moving. But it's definitely been hard. I mean, we're so used to everything being, so structured for how you prepare for a season. You go to a gym and they have, different phases to build you up to get to, where you're supposed to be. And now we're basically should be 2 weeks into our program back with the Seahawks. And for the most part, we're kind of on our own, making up, ways to stay in shape, like Hugo said. So it is almost like high school again, where you know what you should do and you got to figure out how to get it done on your own.
What are you guys doing now, and maybe what does the team focus or something on preparing for life after football?
It's kind of what we were talking about earlier when we had a question about academics. I think that it just becomes an important part of, how can you diversify what your skill set is and making connections. So, in college, I was at University of Washington, so I was able to do all sorts of, whether it's even events or just anything, we can meet and greet people, get to know people, get, shake hands, get in front of people, business cards. And whether you have something specific you're into, you want to, you know what you want to do after football, or you don't really know, anything you can do to get in front of people and, let them meet you, because that's kind of the biggest thing outside of your academics you can do to just put yourself in a position that, when the day comes, you have to hang up the cleats, you'll have a chance to go on and do something else and not feel like you're just left with nothing.
I was at Bobby Wagner's foundation he had for Christmas, and I ran into a lady at his foundation. I was just talking to her, had a regular conversation with her, and she was saying that she went to a high school like a few miles away from mine, and she's a lot older than me, of course. And then Bobby came up to me and he said, "Hey, do you know who you was talking to?" I was like, "No, I didn't know who I was talking to." He's like, "She's like one of the head like CEOs of Microsoft." I was like, "Whoa, I did not know that." That just goes to show like you never know who you're gonna run into. And you never want to burn bridges with anybody, especially when you get up, because you don't know what they're going to do for you in the long run.